Everybody, today I am going to show you all how I fill in my eyebrows. Now this has been the most highly requested videos ever, I think, on my channel, and I'm so sorry it has taken me forever and a day to do this video. But first off, I'm going to show you what you need in order to kind of do your eyebrows the way I do. First of all, if you all want me to do a video on how I shape them, then I will do that. But for today, I'm just showing you how I fill them in. So what you're going to need, I use a primer because I do use powder, and I do use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I use very little. The reason why I use a powder is because it will help the shadow to stay in your eyebrows. It's a makeup artist trick that I learned from a friend of mine. And then I'm going to use a brush like this, just an angled eyeliner brush, eyeshadow brush. And then I am using two different colors from MAC. I'm going to be using Cork by MAC and Carbon by MAC to fill in my brows. And then also, I think the best thing to use on your eyebrows, way better than an eyebrow brush you can buy, is an old toothbrush. So I am using an old toothbrush, and this I only use on my eyebrows. I don't use this on my teeth. So that is pretty much everything I am using. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and the reason why I use this is because it's a pretty light primer. You don't want any kind of heavy primer in your brows because then they'll get cakey and ugly and yeah, not too good. And I take just a little bit like this, and I rub it in between my thumb, my middle finger and my thumb, and then I take it and I just start, rubbing it through my eyebrow like this. And then what I'm going to do is brush up my eyebrow and kind of get it shaped to where I want it, and you use your compact to look in. So I think that is a really nice shape. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take Cork by MAC, which is this brown color right here, and I'm going to put that color in first. And I am starting from the middle out and working it up, and then also from the top. And just starting to follow my natural shape. That's what you want to do, is follow your natural shape. Now what's left on the brush, I'm going to go ahead and take it and lightly brush that up through the front of my brow. You do not want most of your color concentrated. You don't want it concentrated here. You want it concentrated on the outer part of your eyebrow. Okay, so now I have Cork taken through my eyebrow, and I'm next going to take Carbon by MAC, which is this nice deep black color here. And the reason why I use a brown and a black is because it makes your eyebrows look a lot more natural, because most of us have multi-dimensional eyebrows. They're not just one color. So I'm going to take that. And since this is darker, you want to concentrate it out, like I said, from here out, because you don't want any harsh colors from here forward. So here I go. And any gaps I see, I'm just going to start to try to fill those in. And then again, what's left with the brush, you lightly just brush it up like that in your eyebrows. Just make sure any gaps are filled in. If you need to take a little more color, then take a little more color, but that is pretty much it. And now let me show you what my whole completed look looks like. Okay, so these are what my eyebrows look like completed. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom on in so you can see each eyebrow. This is my left eyebrow, and there's my right eyebrow. And no eyebrows are identical. So when you are doing your eyebrows, do not focus on getting them the exact same shape, because nobody's eyebrows are exactly the same. And like I said, when you are using your powder, always start off with the lightest one first, which was the Cork by MAC that I showed you. If you're going to use powders, they're really, really good. If you cannot afford to get MAC, another good alternative, I think this is an amazing product and it's very affordable. It's the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. So you can use this as well, and it's got really good colors. I think it comes in different shades. So it has a really nice lighter brown, a darker brown. It has wax. You don't really need wax. I would suggest just using a little bit of that primer to make the powder stay. But like I said, and when you're applying it, you want the darker, let me zoom on in. You want the darker of the color to be from here on out. And that's where you want to concentrate more of the dark color. And then from here to the front, barely brush through what's left on your brush from your eyeshadow, because you do want your eyebrows to look natural and not overdone, because you don't want that harsh look. I remember when I first started doing my eyebrows, and when I first started doing others' eyebrows, when I do makeup on everybody else, I would put too much color in the front and the back, so they would look really harsh. And then, you know, especially if you're a makeup artist just starting out, my tips to you is not to put the dark here. Put more of the dark out here, but you don't want to put a lot of color. You put very little, you barely brush it through the eyebrow, and don't put any harsh lines. Like when you're applying the powder, you don't want to get your brush and just bloop, slip a line, boop, slip a line. It just looks horrible. The person will not come out good in their pictures. If you're doing it on yourself as well, it just will not look natural. And you want a natural eyebrow look. And mine are naturally dark and thick. And so especially when you're working on somebody with thinner eyebrows, then you're going to want to change your colors a bit. And you don't use these two colors on every single eyebrow color. Find, if you're lighter complected, find two colors that you can use that match your hair color, your eyebrow color, and just play around with colors and see what works for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was highly requested by everybody here, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, you guys.